I know what agents are and how they could be useful in general. But why the hype around them right now? We already have frameworks and libraries for developing agentic workflows like LangChain, Croweye, Autogen, and others. This could already be done in 2024, if not sooner. Why are all the big companies starting to talk about the agents right now? I work as a Sever project engineer and use remote management software often. Soon there will be AI integration into remote management software, which is likely to automate a lot of people out of work. For example, we currently have alerts generated for issues such as low disk space, service down, server offline, and all sorts like this. Yes, it's already possible to write automated scripts to action on these when an issue is detected. But having GPT connected via API assessing the issue would allow for a new world of possibilities as far as automating fixes, or even just entering in service tickets detailed information gathered and troubleshooting steps already actioned by the AI agent. It shouldn't take much longer for this to be a thing or a service sold by some companies. I'm sure it's being worked on. There are many such ways to automate this, and it can easily include reporting back to an engineer findings and suggested fix. Imagine if all the engineer had to do was hit yes or no to apply a fix after reading the issue report and validating the issue. The time savings will be immense. Sure, people will highlight any fault they can and try downplay its competence. As we can see, has been happening since GPT became a thing. But the reality is, these people are probably insecure and scared of AI. Anyone who uses AI regularly will be aware that yes, it has its limitations and gets things wrong, but its competence already is immense. I also have some fear of being obsolete, but at least in my specialty for a long time now has been automation. So it's unlikely I will be amongst those laid off. Layoffs tend to disproportionately affect lower-skilled and younger graduates, because they are the best hope for mass profitability. Part of it is that the different moving pieces have matured at different rates, and part of it marketing hype. Reinforcement learning and multi-agent systems were well-established concepts by the time transformers came along, but had some limitations to overcome to get where they are now. LLMs had to advance rapidly to get to a place where it would have made sense to integrate them even with older reinforcement learning approaches. The marketing part is akin to Apple calling everything revolutionary. Apple certainly innovates, but their signature move is making products that are more than the sum of their parts, which are often existing ideas that someone else failed to capitalize on. Combining agents with LLMs just isn't that novel of an idea because the writing's been on the wall for a while. What's groundbreaking is when someone does it in a compelling and useful way, because AI models haven't been competent enough to perform longer time horizon tasks needed to make useful agents. Agents are the next frontier. General intelligence will come after agents, superintelligence after general intelligence. The hype will always be around the next domino to fall. It's the buzzword, the idea that has yet to manifest. Like no fiat and crypto or fusion anytime now. We have LLMs now, but for some reason, nobody is using agents on commercial scale yet. Even O3 won't change that, so you can lure people into investing. A few more months and you'll be surprised by the AI agents tech coming into the marketplace. And then you'll understand what the big deal is. Well, they've been talking about it for the past 6 to 9 months. I guess it helps to get funding from folks outside of the industry. Agents sounds like something new and sophisticated, much cooler compared to LLM applications or prompt engineering. We're only playing with single-cell systems, because structured output has made function calling 100% reliable. I really dislike the term. What people really want is a reinforcement learning setup that integrates LLMs and specific economically valuable tasks on Rails. A kind of automation plus plus. What we're getting instead are LLMs on Rails, likely without the reinforcement learning. The organizations that realize they need to think about reward modeling so that they can eventually have a thinking model automate their task and continuously self-improve are the ones that will be successful. Due to the fact that this requires deep knowledge in machine learning within organization leadership, few will pull that off. Still, in my estimation, those few will outcompete everyone else. For one thing, you will no longer need software to organize data. You just tell the agent how you want it organized and presented. I'll give you an example. It takes probably 1 to 2 years to train a front-end consultant that can deploy and set up 5 of the 10 modules for a software product I work with. Clients will happily pay £1,000 a day for a year for that service because to them, it's like Japanese, and that's how long it takes to do. Microsoft released Copilot agents that can be added into Teams. Clients are now creating these agents and adding them into Teams. This agent has been given the knowledge base of the entire software. Clients can ask it, how do I set up this software from start to finish? And it will guide them through every step of the process. It's a bit like Google. Clients could Google the answers, but would have to hop through hundreds of pages of documentation. It was too complicated. Now it's put into a format they desire and can consume. The next step is going to be agents controlling your computers and fulfilling your requirements without even having to relay the actions. This is already in proof of concept. It's incredibly powerful. The only ones to survive in terms of jobs are people implementing, designing, and selling these solutions. I just completed my first agent proof of concept with Langflow and some custom components, and I think I have my head around it now. We have essentially begun to connect LLMs to the outside world by giving it tools. You can ask the agent to do something for you, and it will decide what tool to use and do the work for you. Agents are going to agent in 2025. Yes, apparently. Companies need to keep the AI hype alive to keep trying to be profitable when we all have very limited use cases in real life. They need to pump up the hype some more since they are not profitable yet with AI, and the features are nowhere near what the initial hype told us it would be. Total marketing gimmick. It's just Gen AI rebranded for a stagnant tech economy, trying to desperately keep the AI buzz alive after the shock and awe period. Why now? Because buyers are looking for additional ways to cut human labor costs, since there has been no rebound from low growth. People noticed that LLMs were only good as fancy chatbots and art generators. Now they're like, you know what? I will get these highly probabilistic models prone to hallucinations to book me flights, hotels, and a car.